Hello there. Here we are with issue 24 of the Millennium Falcon series. So let's go ahead and have a quick look and see what's going on here. I have a feeling this is going to be a pretty short issue, but I don't know how short. So we're going to learn about the Mon Calamari Star Cruiser. That would be pretty cool. Get to learn something about that. And then we're going to go into Theed, Naboo's capital city, so we're all familiar with Theed. Now we're going to go into Starship medical facilities. Some of this stuff has been touched on more along the first aid stuff, but this is going to get more into the back to tanks and all that kind of stuff, so that will probably be pretty interesting. And then, of course, we'll talk about some medical droids. So here we are. This is what we're going to get. Let's go ahead and bring in these parts. So we're going to get these two pieces of framework. We're going to get that piece of the rib. We're going to get a big old bag of silver screws, a healthy bag of black screws. We're going to get some long gold screws, and that's going to be for that brace piece there. We have 2 of those. And of course, we've got some plating. So we'll stick the plating off to the side and just kind of pull that off to the side. Let's go ahead and give myself a little bit of room so I can keep this out here. And let's bring in the rest of our frame here. So I think we're going to be building on this side here. Let's have a look here. See how this goes. Yep, so we're going to be using the 2 that came this time, these 2 here. And then the other 6 that we've gotten in the last several issues. One of the ribs, a bunch of these pieces, and we're going to be putting these 8 pieces on. So, and this is going to form one of the lower parts, and this will be the side that goes on the opposite side from the landing, the boarding ramp. So it'll be on this side here is the part we're putting on. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how this is going to go together. All right. So first thing we need is let's bring in some of these other pieces here. First of all, let's get some of this stuff opened up. So we need these screws opened. And we may need more screws than what's in this little bag. Alright, come on. Work with me here, little screw bag. Boy, when they sealed that one up, they kind of got hermetically sealed. Alright, let's get... I love this little magnetic tray. If you guys don't have one and you're doing any kind of work with particularly small screws, this thing is very handy. Not just for modeling, but for just things in general. Okay, so first piece we need is this piece here. So this piece is going to go right there. And so we have to have these 2 pieces there. And we're going to need several of these, which luckily we have them. We got them in other issues as well. So let's get our screwdriver. There we go. So somehow my screwdriver had lost its magnetism, unlike me and my charming personality. So I had to remagnetize it there. The nice thing is, it's not hard to do. So okay. So just to recap, we've done these parts here, put those on, then we did that part. We put this part on, and it shows you putting those screws in. We put these pieces on here. Now we can start putting these other parts on. Okay. Put that on. Now it's time for this last piece here. Yay. So we only have 2 screws for this one. 1, 2. There we go. So we have 1 of these screws left. Let's go ahead and get that in the container. These are all my extras. They pretty much give you an extra one every time. 2 extra black screws. And those will go there. Alright. Let's get this stuff out of the way. And I want to show off. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pouches of screws and connectors. So let me know if you guys are interested in me counting these connectors and letting you know how many of these connectors I go on. I mean, the screws are enough, I think, but just in case you guys wanted to know that. So that's pretty cool. Then it's got these parts. Ooh, we got to put this hull plating piece on. So I need to get that out so I can put that on. And we can even fit this piece here that we did before. So maybe I'll do some dry fitting. Oh, there's another one. Maybe I'll do some dry fitting of the hull plating, and we'll see how that goes. So let me gather that stuff up, and I will catch you in a few minutes. Okay, so we are back, and I have put all the parts on, and let me tell you, I'm glad I decided to do that off camera because that was a bit of a pain. So what we have left to do here, let me just show you, is to put this piece on, and then we'll put this piece on, and we'll also put this little piece on here. And then we can test fit that and see what we think. So I'm going to do that real quick, and we'll come back and discuss some things, and I'll get your guys' opinion and see what you guys think. Of course, I think that it's all. One thing I will say, putting these parts on sometimes is a challenge and a half. That's one of the things I'm learning, is trying to get these to go in these holes. You really have to press really hard, and most of the time they'll kind of snap in place. These are not. I don't know if that is because this part is expected to go underneath. I think so, which makes it difficult. So in order to get these up underneath there, you almost have to pull these panels off. So we can. The good thing is they're not screwed down. But that's kind of one of the things I want to talk to you guys about. Let me do this. Let's push these out. Loosen these a little bit. So I've talked about, and this one's got a really, let me see. You can see this really tall pin, so that makes this one extra difficult. All right, now let's try this. See if we can get these. There we go. That fits in there so much easier now. Now we can push these all back where they belong. And I'm willing to bet it all looks better. It does. Okay, so there's that. Let's break out a little bit of glue and we'll put this last piece on. I just need a little dab of a little dab of glue. Look at that. I'm gonna end up using a micro brush for this. Okay. So this piece has these two little nubs. One's fatter than the other, so should be able to put the fat in and then the short end. Okay, that fits on there perfect. So let's go ahead and we'll get some glue in here. You guys ever do something and out of nowhere you get this kind of semi-nostalgic kind of thought about it? So I'm sitting here working on my Millennium Falcon, and for some reason I started thinking back, and when I was in college, I took a meteorology course, very interesting course. You learn how to like do the weather, and so it was kind of cool. But some reason working on this made me think of that, and there's absolutely no reason I should have been thinking of that, but I was. It was really, really weird. Like I don't remember like anybody in the class who were like specifically Star Wars fans or any discussions about the Millennium Falcon in general or anything like that. But man, it was just like such a weird nostalgic kind of thought. Okay, and then we can put this is going to go like that and it'll get screwed into place, but it will sit up like that. There'll be something that comes over the top of this, for sure. Oh, this is the bottom. So landing legs will go here, landing leg there. Yeah, and then this will be hidden. So that's what it's going to look like. So that framework there will be hidden as well. And you can tell that something's going to go over the top of this because this is all smooth right here. It doesn't have the rest of the texture. So something will fit over the top of this, something will fit over the top of this. Oh, these have a kind of, it'll stick out a little bit. So it'll be raised up, and that's what's going to fit over there. And that will cover up this part. But that's what it's going to look like. Pretty cool, huh? So, figure I'll get you guys' opinion on this. And I'm kind of glad I started putting these on because, one, I had to go back to all the old issues that I had and try to figure out what order these all went in. It was not easy. I mean, I had to go clear back to like issue 7 or 8 or something, I don't remember, and then work my way up. So that way I could get them all in the right order. So I'm going to double check to see if they recommend screwing these in place. For some reason, I vaguely remember there was something about not screwing these in place yet. But what I'm thinking about doing is getting all of these put on and then basically, I've been talking about painting this and everything, and then I want to paint it black to help with the light bleed. So I'm thinking about it might be easier to mask this all off as one big piece and spray it all together. I'd end up being spraying over the top of all the framework and stuff, and I was just kind of curious what you guys think. Or should I go through and just mask off each of these pieces, knowing that in order to do it properly, I'll have to mask the edges so that way paint doesn't get on the other side, and then paint them. I mean, either way, they'll be able to get painted pretty quick. It's the amount of masking that would be required. I mean, it's potentially, the way these go together, they kind of somewhat overlap, so there shouldn't be a whole lot of paint bleeding through any of the cracks, but potentially that would be, potentially a problem. So just kind of get your guys' opinion on that. What do you guys think? Does it seem like a stupid idea? I don't know why I would not want to have this painted, other than if I ever need to do anything with these screws, I'd rather not have paint over the top of them. So there you go. That is the end of issue 24. Give me you guys' opinion. What do you think I should do as far as painting these? If I don't get started painting on these soon, I'm going to be waiting and doing them all probably in the spring, which won't be a bad thing per se, because I've still got a lot to do. So, but anyway, that's issue 24. 25, we're going to be doing some more walls here. We get some more framework that we'll be building that up to something. Some more cushion for these walls. I'm guessing these walls are probably going to be going into maybe the gun turret, maybe something else. We'll find out. So stay tuned for issue 25. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching, everybody, and may the force be with you always.